Released in March of 2016, Moonlit Savior, the third set of Alice Cluster, brought with it 5 new rulers, along with new support for the idea of Moonwill. The Observer Allosaurus dealt with RFGing cards from the deck, Shion dealt with manipulating your top deck and cheating in something large, and then we had Friend from Another World Kaguya, aka K3, making a green-white moon kind of control shell. We also got the first appearance of Conqueror of the Black Moon Gil Lapis and his 12 Apostles. And lastly, we got our second ruler side only ruler with Yggdrasil cheating in Avatar Alice and the Blade of the Seven Lands Excalibur X, bringing a cool fog option into the game. Every week, Bremon and I will be opening up a number of packs for the next set of Force of Will to add to our pool. From there, we'll make modifications to our deck and play in a best 2 out of 3, with the winner taking home a prize to add to their pool and make it even better. We'll be making our way through Force of Will's entire history to see who can come out on top with the most wins. This is the Force of Will Progression Series. Okay, so far so good on Alice Cluster. We got 2 wins under our belt. We're trying for the clean sweep of the cluster. Let's see what we can get here for our prize. Would really like something good. Oh, ho, ho. Okay, a pack of Pilgrim Memories. So what this specifically means is that we're going to open up 1 pack of Pilgrim Memories when it's all said and done and get to pick 1 card from it to add to our pool. So this is potentially huge because it opens up a whole world of like reprints that we could suddenly make available. So we'll see how this goes.
Good evening. We've made it all the way to Moonlit Savior. What a fun set this is. We're getting the moon mana symbol coming in. Got Kaguya here, lots of fun. Lots of really good random red value cards. I did open some Guinevere's, so we do kind of have that little Ruck Egg synergy going on if we want to explore that at all. I think Allosaurus could be pretty decent. I think it would depend a lot on how many time traveling emissaries you managed to open and the goddess cards. But it could be okay, I think. Torching the Timeline becomes pretty efficient. It's an interesting thing to think about.
So Moonlit Savior opened up the idea of the moon archetype, the Moonwill style, which opened up a lot of really cool cards with things like Friends from Another World Kaguya, Izanagi. We got the dreaded Seal of Wind and Light here. We saw some more reprints come into this set. We also saw cards like Space Time Anomaly, Hydromonica.
All the Shion support. I think Shion herself could also be pretty good. Lucifer is in this set, and we opened 1 Celestial Wing Seraph, so not a super consistent way to do that combo, but if we open Shion in like some number of Hydromonicas, then maybe that can be good. That is a pretty good combo that she can put together there.
Here, there's some really good aggressive deck cards that we want to stay in there with, like Priscia Pursuant, if we want to stay on Priscia or Sylvia. We also got really good cards, like, again, like I said, Rook Egg is nice here. The Keepers of the Past, Demon Flame, which pairs nicely with all those flame sprites we have. Athena, really good white spot removal cards. Pale Savior, if you're going back into a Kaguya. Izanagi is just an absolute unit.
Alice, along with the tree stuff. I don't believe tree can search your hand. Let me just fact check that really quick. Oh, it's main deck and or hand. Okay, so maybe this is playable if you open both the Alice and the Excalibur. It'd be kind of a funny, trolly little thing to do, but it could be interesting. Gil Lapis is interesting. I don't necessarily think it's that good, but maybe it's in the conversation if you open a lot of specifically his Moonstone. And then I think Lucifer is just straight up good. I think for the last couple games I've been kind of thinking of this more as like, how do you break a limited format with like a limited number of cards? But at this point we're getting to the number of cards in the format like that has reached the point where you're basically just trying to build a constructed deck within like pretty strict limitations. I know that sounds similar, but they're actually different things. The biggest difference is really the lack of dual stones, in that like you actually are going to have inconsistent mana if you try and be more than one color, or heavily more than one color, and so that is still something to think about. But I think for the most part I'm really going to be trying to maximize power more than like maximizing like internal synergies, like I kind of was with the white decks and with the red Vladless Vlad deck I played last time.
So 18 packs of Moonlit Savior. Let's see how it goes. starting off with a Pale Savior and a Hymnal's Memoria. Nothing too crazy here. Wallowin's nice. Hydramonica's nice. Second Black Moon's Memoria and a Globes. This is a good, like, supporting pack. A second Apollo. Getting really heavy into this, like, there's a world where we start seeing some pretty good Regalia builds, like Valentina 2 maybe. If we had some Ruler's Memoria, that I'd be happier about it. Ultimately, not really seeing much for what I've been playing here. No super rares so far. Hitting some pretty good. There's at least one good card here. Keeper of the Future Skuld's not bad. Empricia's not bad here either. Some Wallowins maybe for what we've been playing recently. Demon Flame's nice. We do see a Yggdrasil, but if we don't see any Excalibur X or Alice, that's just a dead card in our pool, which is a little rough. Another Blade of the Seven Lands, another Moonbreeze Memoria, but no Alice. So ultimately, probably going to be sticking with Sylvia. Didn't really see much in these packs. Ultimately, a little bit of a weakness, but let's go see what our Pilgrim Memories pack gets us. Again, we get one pack of Pilgrim Memories, and it's only going to get us one card. So let's see what we hit here. 9 cards in. We got a Robe of Firette. We got a Pure Heartstone. That's honestly really good. Potential choice. Feasting the Holy Windstone, not great. A Jubal for Cognates, not great. We got a Chivalry's Tears. I could see us maybe cooking that if we stay Sylvia. Law of Silence, not going to play that. We don't have Christie. Parrot Dragon, maybe. Cheshire Cat, the Pilgriming Remnant, and an Aslan. So looking at this pack, it's honestly between... Let's look at Parrot Dragon real quick. This is not super good. We could go back to Bahamut. There's a world where we go to Bahamut, but we have to play a heavy dragon build, which something so synergistic is not super great for that. It's honestly going to be Chivalry's Tears or Little Red the Pure Stone. And honestly, I think it might be Little Red the Pure Stone, just overall from our pack of Pilgrim here. Chivalry's Tears is nice, but there's a real world where we could get off of fire pretty quickly. I think overall in this, taking advantage of the fact that we have this and we're never going to be able to pull Little Red the Pure Stone again, this is a stone that will have impact throughout this environment. And so this is going to be what we kick as our one free claim from Pilgrim Memories.
All right, let's go ahead and crack up in 18 of these packs and see what we have to work with. I think this card might actually just be alright. So, because it can remove your... This one's the graveyard one and not the top of deck, so you can really pretty easily hit some pretty decently large things with this, often a 2-for-1. A lot of remove from game synergy in this set, so that could possibly come up. Rukke, good with some of the Guinevere's I opened. Wall's a funny card. I don't know how good it is in this particular format. Of course, it was pretty... It's worse than it was in the set that it came out in that we have we are playing with will coins, which makes a lot of Wallowin's utility of like go first and counter there. Turn 1 stuff like considerably worse, but you know, not entirely out of the conversation. And of course, I think this card will be very important if we end up trying to play some kind of Kaguya pile if we get enough Seal of Wind and Lights. Otherwise, nothing here that I think is terribly interesting. Pack 3. I think this card is quite good if we end up playing any kind of red aggressive pile. We do still have that Melgus and 1 Levitine from previous sets. And I know that Jeremy's been playing a lot more like wind, slow, kind of grindy stuff lately. I don't know what he's going to play out of this set, but this ability, or red aggressive stuff could punish some of the other stuff that I've seen out of him, so maybe that's something to think about. And then I think this is Alicera support. Yeah, remove 2 cards, remove 2 cards. Yeah, interesting. Lunar Lake I like quite a bit. The Waterstone requirement, we haven't really gotten a whole lot of support for playing a deep water deck yet, but the card is quite good if it ever came together that way. Ooh, well, look at that. I was just talking about some Alicera support. Man, Aliceris is a lot of fun. His God's Art on the backside is quite good. All of these Goddess cards do get pretty good once you hit that 10-card threshold. Maybe worth thinking about, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. It depends on how much fun I want to have. Seal. This is a common, and I've only opened one of it, which is unfortunate, but it is a pretty good card if we end up in these colors. And then we got, I believe this is Gil Lapis's Regalia. Alright, last pack. Only one ruler so far. I think I'm owed another one, don't you think? Let's give me a Kaguya, that's the one I want the most. Nope, Hydro. Alright, well we got out of that with only one ruler, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and see what we can put together.
So here is what we ended up with going into Moonlit Savior, mainly just kind of refining and making it seem more like a constructed green-red aggro list. We're still playing the Flame King Shouts, though that package has kind of been narrowed down a little bit. The Cthulhus have been added back in from MOA because we got some nice Roark eggs as well as Guinevere's to help with draw power. We added in some protection for our wonderful Sylvia off of Wind Secluded Refuge, and obviously the addition of Priscia Pursuant is very nice. And from there, it's just kind of adding the Little Red the Pure Stone and kind of keeping it what we're doing. It worked well for us last time, trying to get aggressive, having some good spot removal options. Definitely could have maybe brought in some more of the keepers, but for right now I think we're staying off of those. And then some changes to the sideboard, obviously Susan and Amino, the Bloody Moon's the same, and then kind of making sure that we've got some spot removal here, which helps us just in case there's some particularly difficult things, like maybe the Amino comes in, maybe Bremont catches on to the fact that we have Sylvia and he boards in some Susans, and so we'd like to be able to Elvish Bowman the Aminos or something like that. But yeah, that is the list, so we'll have to see if Red can take it for game 3 and I can get 3-0 so far on this cluster. But that's it for me. Let's see what Bremont built, and then we'll jump into the next match.
Alright, welcome back to a no-nonsense red aggro deck. Listen, if Jeremy could open 4 Etnas and play all of them, then I can open 3 Athenas and play all of them. That just sounds fair to me. We're trying to do something a little clever here. Well, not clever. We're trying to play red cards and turn them sideways, so how clever could that possibly be? But we do have Guinevere's, Roark eggs, Cthulhus, and Dregs all in our pool, which is very cool. So we can do things like place Roark egg, Cthulhu the Roark egg, find another Cthulhu, play Cthulhu on the Roark egg, get the 10 damage in, sack it to Guinevere, play a 2-cost Dreg. Flame Spirits kind of exist in that same sort of category, where they're little things that kind of just like beat in for damage, but then get sacked to Cthulhu's and Guinevere's. Additionally, we have Athena's to just kind of bash in, be a swift, large nuisance, some random other little red crap to fill this out, and then some burn spells. We only opened 1 Split Heaven and Earth, sadly, but it will be pretty good, assuming Jeremy's not on Mono Windstone's Sylvia again, but we'll see. Speaking of Sylvia, we are playing 2 Susano in the main as sort of a hedge against that. Sylvia is a dragon on her backside, not on her front side, sadly, but is on her backside. So if he judges Sylvia, gets the damage in, attacks, then on our turn we'll have a 3-mana 12/12 Swift Pierce that can either try to kill the Sylvia if he doesn't have an imperishable addition, or just try to trade back and face. First slide is really good for refilling as an aggro deck. We are also playing Burn to Cinders, another hedge against Sylvia. I mean, this card also just typically 1-for-1s with a lot of things. Like if he's still playing Etna, then we can get rid of that. If he went back to like a Grim style pile, but this combined with and most other sources of damage can kill Sylvia even through the imperishable, as it does remove imperishable. Our 1 Thunder, we opened Memory of Flame to make the Cinders by itself kill Sylvia, or just kind of randomly throw 6 additional burn on any of our random burn spells. Additionally, I'll talk about the sideboard brief. Oh, we're a Melgus deck, by the way. I don't know if I already said that. But so Levantine Synergy and also just the burn on this is pretty nice. Our stone deck is just, 20 Firestones. Very clever, I know. And a brief mention for the 10-card sideboard that we're bringing. The more and more sets come in, the more and more the specific 10-card sideboard does start to matter. As we can see, we kind of do have the third Susano and the sword that he puts in for if he has Sylvia, Robe of the Fire Rat in case he has other a different kind of aggro deck. Duel of Truth also for kind of the aggro matchup to try and clear out littler, smaller things. This also happens to be one of the very few ways to damage J-Rulers, so this could also come in if he's still Sylvia. And Demon Flame if we have anything in particular that needs to be removed, or if he is considerably slower, probably bring this in if he like happens to be Tree or something to try and deal with the Alice. Yeah, so this is the pile that we're bringing. Let's go ahead and see how it does.
Okay, we are in, and we're back on Melgus, Fremont.
We are back on Melgus. This one is very different than the Vladless Vlad I played last time. I think it has like 0 cards in common, so...
That's fair. Still 20 stones, though. Still 20 stones. So I am really...
The Vladless Vlad was 10 stones. This one
yeah, that's fair. I'm just really loving this theme of looking at your stone deck and consistently seeing 20 stones. It's been like the white stones and bases. Yeah.
I'm not brave enough to play these 2 dual stone piles that you play over here.
Yeah, fair enough. 19 on the die for me.
I'm gonna guess that you're gonna go first, and I'm correct.
Indeed, I am. Let's see how it goes.
Alrighty, good luck, Jeremy.
You as well. You as well. Ooh, interesting. I honestly think I'm just gonna do.
I'm gonna do
1.
4.
That's pretty spicy. It's a pretty spicy opener. Here we go. Ready?
Yep. Give me your worst, but not too bad.
Okay. Well, I've got this wonderful fire magic stone, which I will use to play a Rook egg.
Oh heck yeah!
And then I will sacrifice that Rook egg for a Cthulhu.
Oh, goodness gracious!
I will then trigger my Rook egg. Search for any fire resonator, right? Any fire resonator. Okay.
Cthulhu's.
It won't be a second Cthulhu. I'm not going Cthulhu train. I'm just gonna go grab a second egg. Just for right now. Consistently in a limited pool, some consistency feels maybe pretty good. And then Cthulhu's gonna go in for 5.
That's pretty good.
Then pass it over to you, friend.
I'll get a card here. Oh, not really. Call Snow. I'd like to play a Hunter in the Black Forest.
Ooh, okay.
I'll attack you for 3.
I'll take 3.
I will sacrifice it to the incarnation ability of Cthulhu.
So good. Yes. Yes, your Cthulhu survived. Yes, you have a Cthulhu.
Now we have a choice to make, though, don't we?
Do we trade Cthulhus?
Or do I go face? Do I think I am more aggro than you?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
I know I don't have a Thunder in my hand. And if you do, this would be a gigantic blowout. But I think I am going to bravely attack you for 5.
I'll take the 5.
And then I'll pass to you.
Okay. Draw for turn. Recover. Call stone. It's another redstone. I think in the efforts of some consistency elements, I'd like to rewriting laws real quick.
Those laws are rewritten.
And I'll just draw another card. That's pretty good. I've heard good things. Here's our boy Rook egg.
Yes.
And here's our other lady, Guinevere.
Ooh, I hear that's a GP winning combo.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. And I am, let's see. I'm trying to hit you for 5.
You succeed in hitting me for 5.
And then I'm just gonna pass. Just 2 decks throwing Cthulhus at each other. Don't worry about it.
Isn't that what we all are at the end of the day?
Just, at the end of the day, it's all we are.
Hi. Alrighty. Alright, I will coin in this here Athena.
That is an Athena who's going to get very big very quick, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but can't do anything about it.
Guinevere and Athena right next to each other, like they could be sisters. They look like exactly the same.
Yeah, this is my This is my preferred Guinevere artwork.
Mine too. I was a minority for that when I was playing Guinevere back in the day. Everyone else liked the structure deck one, but I prefer that.
Yeah, no, I prefer this one as well.
Athena comes into Cthulhu. Or Thames.
Going at my Cthulhu, I'm gonna attempt to sack my use my Guinevere to sack the Cthulhu.
Yep, that seems reasonable.
We'll sack the Cthulhu. Untap, be kind. Let's draw 2 and discard 1 and see what we got. Draw 2. Oh, that's pretty good. That's better than I thought we were gonna hit there. We're gonna get rid of this. Burn to cinders. Okay.
That's all for me. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw. Recover. Call stone. It's an little red the pure stone. That changes everything. Let's see. Let me look at this board state here. I'm gonna pick red. I'm gonna pick fire. Pilgrim Memories coming in clutch here, giving me the pure stone because I whiffed.
I wouldn't even know. You could just assume that you opened it in.
I would have used it a while ago. We do have another Cthulhu here.
Is this one? Oh, you sacked the Rook Egg? Okay.
Sack the Rook Egg for it.
Yep.
Which is going to go grab us...
We're playing constructed decks over here? What's going on?
We're going to grab a Prisia Pursuant of Exploding Flame.
This guy's played nothing but constructed cards against me so far.
We're going to use Little Red the Pure Stone to pump up Cthulhu, the Living Flame. We're going to pay 2... to burn to cinders the Athena.
Okay.
And then we will send our Cthulhu to kill your Cthulhu.
All happens as described.
Okay, cool. So a little bit of a board clear. Feeling pretty good about that. And then we'll pass it over to you.
I will get a card. I will get a recover. Callstone.
Let's see.
Is it Prisia in hand?
I do have a Prisia in hand.
I will play a hunter.
That's another hunter.
I will attack you.
I'll take it.
I will play a flame spirit.
Ooh, someone's got a demon flame in their hand.
Not yet. I'll attack you.
Oh, okay. I'll take 2 then.
And then I'll pass to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw it up. Recover. Call stone.
Yep.
Draw to play. Let's start by having Cthulhu knock out the hunter.
Yep.
We're gonna have Guinevere knock out the flame sprite.
She's a 2/3. Did you want to pump?
Oh, you're a 2/3. Never mind.
All right.
I really. Never mind.
Pump it with a little red, and then that would work.
I could, but I can also just like play Prisia Pursuant, so she feels a little bit better. And then I will pass.
Pass.
I'm gonna pass.
Has anyone ever played a Prisia Pursuant and passed in their life?
I have. I have right now.
I will draw a card. To attack.
Go to attacks.
I'll attack with a 2/3.
I would like to attempt to give my Prisia flying.
You succeed in giving her flying.
I will go to block.
Sure. And I will burn to cinders her.
That makes sense. Sounds good. If it's a resonator and it would be put into the graveyard this turn, remove it from the game instead.
Nope.
No.
That's sad.
Then I think I have to respond by using Guinevere and sacking her.
I agree.
So then you can take
the only reasonable recourse.
So you can take 5 from the Prisia trigger.
I'll take 5.
Ooh, that's an interesting card to see here. I'm gonna discard this other Guinevere.
And then you're going to take 2 from Flame Sprite.
I am going to take 2 from Flame Sprite.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. I will pass to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw. Recover. I'd like to play Leviathan the Demon Sword.
To give your Swift J Ruler Swift. Yes.
More about being able to give Imperishable. That feels probably better.
Unless I have another burn to cinder.
Oh, that's true. It could be another burn to cinders. We're gonna try to judgment our lady Sylvia.
Yep, you succeeded that.
Sylvia is going to attempt to ping your flame sprite for 1,000.
That's a little overkill, but it does work.
Great. I will recover Little Red the Pure Stone, Heat Ray, and a stone. Attempt to go to combat.
You're in combat.
5 hundo.
I'll take 5.
Okay. I will sack that Cthulhu for another Cthulhu.
Yep.
I will swing in for 5 hundo.
I'll take 5.
I'll respond to no blocks.
Oh, sure.
By using Guinevere to give it +4/+4.
I'll take 9.
And then on the death trigger, I will tap Levitin to pump up Sylvia, and then sack Cthulhu to recover Levitin. And then I will attempt to swing in for 11 or for 12.
You succeed in swinging for 12. I will die.
Game 2.
Look at this guy's graveyard. He's got nothing but constructed playable cards.
It was pretty. The Cthulhus were sitting there from MOA, waiting for me to find some rook eggs. They were waiting for rook eggs, and we found them.
Those Susanos out the board.
I'm ready for it. Here we go.
One more 3.
I think just 1 for me.
Alright.
Good luck.
Good luck to you too. I'll start on a Ruck Egg. And then I will sack it to a Cthulhu.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll get the search effect.
Yeah, for sure. Look at this man playing constructed cards over here.
I know. I'll find it.
Unheard of.
I almost found another Cthulhu, but not today. We'll attack you for 5 and then pass to you.
What did you search for, by the way?
Rook Egg.
Oh, you just searched for another rook egg?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Draw to play.
You took the 5.
I did take the 5. Apologies. We'll go ahead and play out our
your own
lave.
Sure.
We're gonna play this Familiar of Holy Winds.
Sure.
Good old mini Tama. And then we'll pass. Go right ahead.
I'll recover. I'm call stone. Can I attack for 5?
I'll take it.
I'll play a Ruck Egg.
That makes sense.
Play a Guinevere.
Wait a minute.
What's going on over here?
What's going on over here? This seems very familiar. Hey, zing. Draw to play. Got another Firestone. What do I do here? Just accept that I'm in a lot of danger. Probably can't afford to just accept that I'm in a lot of danger. Pass.
Oh, with 2 up? That's no good. I'll draw a card. Before I recover, I'd like to attempt to Guinevere the Ruck Egg.
That is going to happen, but we will respond to the search trigger. We'll go ahead and burn to cinders the Gwyn.
Sure, Gwyn's going to die.
Yeah, we'll get her out of there.
She's in the expel area.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to resolve Ruck Egg's trigger.
You got it. Susan. Just have that.
Another
have that ready. Oh, okay. Interesting. Susan's
and then Guinevere's trigger is going to resolve.
You got it.
Draw. We'll discard Dreg. It would have been nice if that burnt to cinders wasn't burnt to cinders, but it was.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, would have had a nice little slightly cheaper drag.
Come in for 5.
I'm gonna block it.
Block's fine.
I can't just keep taking damage. I do have to eventually stop.
I'll play a Flame Sprite.
Yep.
Get in.
Get in for 2.
Play a Rook Egg.
Yep.
Pass to you.
Okay. Draw. Recover. Call stone. Draw to play. Just so I maybe have something to not take a bunch of damage. Here's an Elvish Bowman.
Destroy target addition.
Pass to you.
I'll draw. Before I recover, I'd like to try to thunder the Bowman.
That's unfortunate. Let me think about this for a second. While I have the opportunity, I suppose, even though it's not going to save me damage, I will burn to cinders the Rook Egg.
Yep.
So that you can't go searching any further. And then my my Lady Elvish Bowman is gone.
We'll recover.
Yeah.
Attack you for 5.
Take it.
Attack you for 2.
Take it. I believe that. Yeah. Takes me down to 21.
All stone.
Look at all these fire basic magic stones the two of us
I'll
are
play
rocking
with
out here.
beautiful 7 dwarves.
Oh no!
I know.
7
okay. Whole dwarves.
Draw before recovery, Levitin.
Yep.
Move to recovery.
Yep.
We're gonna go in for it. Alt face. Ta-da.
Yep.
She is going to attempt to burn the 7 dwarves.
Yep. She succeeds at that.
That's gonna get us 3 will. Oh, I'm so dumb. I am the dumbest person alive. I was like, oh, I'll do this and then this, and it'll be great. When you see what I did, you'll be like, yeah, that's pretty dumb.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure you're not dumb.
Oh, it's pretty bad. We're going to swing with Sylvia at the Cthulhu.
That happens.
And then we'll tap and float 3 will in response to her ability, so we can float some resources. We'll use that 3 to play Cthulhu.
Okay.
We will then use Cthulhu to kill your flame sprite.
Yep, I agree.
And then we will pass the turn. And walk into a Susan because I'm an idiot.
Well, I don't think you're an idiot, but I will pay 2 to burn you for 2 with Melgus.
I'll take the 2.
I'll draw.
Go down to 19.
Guess I should have done that before drawing, but say lovey.
Lovey.
That's right. We will play Susanna.
Yeah, for sure. That
we will
tracks.
shoot your Cthulhu.
Oh, should make a Cthulhu.
I have no enter effect, sadly.
Oh, okay. So I do get
sword. I mean,
I'll tap and sack it and recover the lave.
I'll try and hit you for 12.
Gotta take the 12. Down to 7.
Pass to you. Go ahead.
Okie dokie. Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Tap the lave. Recover. Play a Gwyn.
Yep.
Swing at the Susan.
No blocks.
Sack the Levitin.
Yep.
To have some imperishable. So he'll die. I'll float double red. Not that it matters, I don't think. Wait, let's see. How does this work? Does it? Will she be dead before her trigger resolves? Yes.
Whenever Jared is just no. The last known information would apply. You'd still recover.
Yeah. But she'd be on. But the question is, would she be on ruler side or J ruler side?
She'll be on ruler side when the ability resolves, but it doesn't. If you're trying to float green, it doesn't matter because you can just do that before she dies anyway.
Well, she can't produce green on her Sylvia side, on her dragon side. That's the point.
That's what I'm saying. So like you could either do it on that side, or you could let her die. The trigger would be on the stack, and before it resolves, to float the green.
Yeah, I'm gonna float double green, and then I'm gonna recover my 3 stones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that 2 green to play this wind secluded refuge.
Absolutely.
And draw a card. And then I'm gonna play Elvish Bowman. And then
wind secluded refuge.
I absolutely can. It was more to be able to kill the Amino Hapakiri that you might have cheated in, but we got lucky and didn't get punished. And then I'll pass turn there.
Sure, I'll draw.
You got it.
I'll try to kill you with Melgis's ability. Do 2 to you?
That is just probably going to kill me. Let's see if I can draw into something off of Elvish Bowman being sacrificed to Guinevere.
Sure.
Try to. I can't. Game 3!
Yay. On a mole 4.
You got it.
Alright.
Call stone. That's a firestone. And a pass.
Oh man. No ruck egg nonsense this time.
Not this time.
I'll play my own Leviatine, believe it or
not.
I had
No!
one full time.
Oh no!
First I've drawn it. I'll do that and then pass to
you get free imperishable. That's so good.
Great.
Recover. Draw to play. Oh, I'll just keep drawing some cards, I guess. Here's a familiar of Holy Wind.
Yep.
I'll pass it up.
I'll draw. Before I recover, I'll activate Leviatine.
Yeah.
Do we just jam it?
I mean, like, you don't even skip stone by doing it. Like, it seems pretty good. Seems pretty good.
I low-key love it.
I mean, yeah, not missing stone call because it comes into play.
I think we're gonna wait 1 turn.
1 turn? Okay, I respect it. I respect that. I respect it. That's a Rook.
I'll sack Rook to this here.
Cthulhu? Yeah, that tracks. You got it. Hey, I've respected the hell out of that. I would have respected a Melgus flip. Absolutely.
We'll get
this man's other side just real quick. Cloned your Melgus real quick here so I can look at its other side. What did you search for? Apologies.
Guinevere, the jealous queen.
You search for a Gwen. Let's see. You're a 10/5 with first strike and would have swiftness. It doesn't even come into play tapped. You can, yeah. That seems pretty good.
Oh, it doesn't come into play tapped?
No, it's a free stone. Like it doesn't even.
I could have done everything I want to do this turn with that. I didn't even realize that. My bad. Attack for 5.
I'm gonna Demon Flame him.
Yep. I'll play Guinevere.
Guinevere's good.
Pass to you.
Draw, recover, call stone.
Sylvia cannot hit J Rulers, is that correct?
She can, because she has to hit herself too. If she's the only thing on board, she has to hit herself.
Oh, nuts. Okay.
Which is super fun. We are going to just simply pass the turn.
Guinevere is going to keep herself alive. I will draw before recovery. We'll Leviatine.
Sounds great.
And then I would like to activate the judgment effect of my ruler.
Ah, it's been so long since I've heard you say that, Remont. Yes. You have the judgment effect of your ruler. You get a stone. Do I have a response to you attempting to get a stone?
Sure.
I do. I have to at least try. So before you have that resource, I'm going to attempt to burn to cinders your Melgus.
Man, and I don't even get the imperishable. Yep.
Okay, cool. We survived for a moment.
And I still get
the stone though.
I don't know.
Still
get
get
the double range.
Oh, you can't call stone because you performed judgment. That's why you get the
I thought that
but
was changed. Is that
nope.
Still? No, darn.
You can call stone then judgment. You just can't ever perform judgment then call a stone.
I believe you.
Which is why flipping the Melgus was, you know, you still get the stone for the turn technically.
I'm going to coin one and play a Robe of the Fire Rat.
Ooh, that seems pretty good, since it's been errated to now prevent damage from a J ruler.
Is that true?
That is true. The Pilgrim Memories version that has not been updated to untap right now. All of these like Kaguya original treasuries that affected just resonators now affect J/resonators. So Robe of the Fire Rat will stop my Sylvia from burning stuff.
I didn't even know that, but that's even better than I thought. Go ahead.
It's pretty good. You also have like Leviton, which is like nearly impossible for me to be able to answer to be able to shoot anything.
I don't have the ruler anymore, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll call stone. We'll draw to play. Little Red the Pure Stone. Ooh, man, that's a tough call. We're gonna call green, actually.
Green? Okay.
We are gonna call green for it, just in case I flip Sylvia and need some wind will. This is a Priscia Pursuant.
Priscia Pursuant, indeed.
Priscia Pursuant is going to attempt to hit you for 7.
She'll succeed at that.
Oh, great. We'll pass turn.
I'll draw the turn. We'll recover.
Sounds great.
We'll call stone. You have 5 cards over there?
I do have indeed 5 cards.
I will play Athena.
That is the most Athena I've ever seen.
And I will attack you for 7.
I'd like to attempt to block it with my Familiar of Holy Wind.
Sure. Would you like to attack it?
No. I'm just going to block. I'm just going to block.
I'll pass to you. Go ahead.
Going to attempt to Demon Flame your Athena for the mode to destroy target resonator that was dealt damage this turn.
Sure. I'll respond. I will sack you.
That tracks.
I'll draw. Discard. Hobby no, whatever.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Recover. Call stone. Draw to play another one of these. We'll play a wonderful Guinevere.
Sure.
And then we'll attempt to go to combat.
You're in it.
Let's try to go at you for 7.
We'll attempt to robe it.
Sure. It has been robed. Then we'll pass.
I will recover. I will
yeah. Yes.
We're gonna play a second one.
That's not good. But yes.
I'll pass to you. Go ahead.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Draw. Before recovery, let's try to pump up our Priscia Pursuant.
Priscia Pursuant's pumped.
Then we'll move to recovery.
Narrative.
We'll call a before we call stone. Let's see what happens. This is a rewriting laws.
Those laws are very rewritten.
Okay, draw. Ooh, helpful. Artemis bow. I mean,
only
that's not
resonator. Let's calm down.
Yeah, again, it stops Amino. Can we talk about how I just
sure. You really said that card.
I really don't like just getting blown out by Susan Amino.
You want to tell me if you have any dragons that aren't the J ruler in the deck that I?
Oh, I have a few. I do have a few. I have a few. Let's attempt to go into combat.
You have succeeded in entering your combat step.
I would like to attempt to hit you for 9.
I'd like to activate Robe of the Fire Rat.
I'll respond. I'm assuming targeting her. Yeah. I'll respond by sacking her to Guinevere.
I think I'm probably supposed to just take 5, and so I will.
Okay. Draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
We'll discard discard one of these Rook eggs. There's not no Rook eggs. That's a Cthulhu. We will call stone.
Mm-hmm.
Draw to play. We will play a Rook egg.
That seems reasonable.
We will sack that Rook egg to a Cthulhu.
Sure.
Go search.
Mm-hmm.
We'll search for a Rook egg.
Mm-hmm.
We'll shuffle. We will attempt to go in for 5.
I'll prevent damage.
Okay. We will play. Let's see. How do I want to do this? We will play a Rook egg.
Yeah.
We will sack said Rook egg for another Cthulhu.
What's going on here?
We will go search for a... What am I grabbing here? Let's see. This Cthulhu will get to connect to your face, which is pretty good. How many things have I had? I have had 2 Rook eggs and a Priscia Pursuant sent to the graveyard this turn.
That seems reasonable.
I
I believe.
think we're just gonna grab this Gwen. My hand is pretty empty.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go in for 5.
I'll take 5.
Play a second Artemis.
Yep.
Then we'll play our Guinevere.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll ship it to you.
During the end step of your turn, you're going to burn to cinders the standing Guinevere.
That makes perfect sense to me. Like to quick cast in Drake. Is that possible? Asked you.
Probably not quite. I'll draw a card.
You got it.
I will, before recovery, sack Gwyn to herself.
Sounds good.
Draw, draw. I'll discard this purifying card.
Sure.
Recover. Custom.
You got it.
I will play a hunter.
Hunter of the Black Forest is here.
I will sack hunter to this guy.
Sure.
I will play Guinevere.
Sure.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I will sack Cthulhu to Levitine.
Okay. Oh, Drake.
Yeah, play a Drake.
So you've had
1 card.
2 you've had Gwen at the beginning, so you've had 3 go, so Drake costs 2. Yeah, okay.
I'll pay
Sure.
2 to burn to cinders the other Guinevere.
How dare you? Okay. Don't want to let me draw cards? It's fair. I respect it. I respect it.
Pass to you. I really wish I had a Melgus still.
That's
There was any world in which I was supposed to like wait to judge my ruler until I had Thunder to kill it in response.
Maybe.
But that's not the world we're living in.
Yeah, it's not. Let's move to combat.
Sure.
5.
Block.
Declare no responses.
No responses.
So after damage is dealt, but before we are not out of combat, we'll go ahead and ping it for another 800 damage.
So sorry, damage has been dealt between the two of them?
Yes, damage has been dealt, so my guy is most certainly dead. But while your guy is still being deemed a blocking resonator, we're going to deal 8 to it.
Sure, so in response to the second activation of bow,
sure,
we will Gwyn it.
Yeah, that makes 100% sense to me.
I will draw, and I will discard Amino Hikibare.
Yeah, for sure. Let's attempt to go into combat.
Sure.
Let's try to hit you for 5.
Face?
Or try to hit the Guinevere, the Guinevere for 5. Apologies.
I will try and robe it.
Sure. Let's play a Caldera-born dragon.
Ooh, sure.
Let's try to go with the Gwyn.
You have 2 up over there.
I do.
You robe it.
Okay. Call stone.
Yep.
Had to try, right? Here's a Roark egg.
Sure.
Pass.
I'll get a card. I'll get a recover. I'll get a stone.
Absolutely, you will.
Play a hunter. Play a hunter. Pass to you.
Oh, interesting. Okay, draw.
Yep.
Recover.
Yep.
Let's try to go to combat.
You succeed.
5.
No blocks, take 5.
8.
Attempt to robe it.
Robe has resolved.
It's been an exciting game of drawing 2 robes against a red deck.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Gameplay.
I feel that for sure.
Apparently also affects J rulers, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, it's certainly keeping the Sylvia in check right now, right? Let's. It cost me 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6.
Oh,
Someone
dear.
called stone this. This is gonna be a little dread. The fake red moon.
What's going on here? Target
We're going
+6 -6 until end of turn. Enter recover target resonator. You gain control of it against toughness. Okay, so you have to stack those enters and then choose their targets.
Yeah, yep. Roark egg is gonna be the thing that I'm giving +6 -6 to.
Okay.
And we're going to try to steal your Guinevere, knowing full well that it's not going to work.
Yeah, it isn't. So we are going to first burn to cinders the Roark egg.
Rude, but I respect it.
And then Gwyn is going to sack to herself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I'll go card, discard.
And then we'll call stone with Our Lady Sylvia. And then pass it over to you, friend.
I will draw a card. Before I recover, we'll ping 2 with Melgus.
Down to 38.
And we will robe, I guess, Little Dread.
Little Dread ain't doing nothing.
Cover, Callstone. That's a dragon you got over there.
It is the dragon. You want to play that cheap Susan?
I will play Cheap Susan, and I will target Little Dread.
That's fine. She's dead.
I will pay 1 for a Roark egg.
That is a Roark egg.
I would like to sack Roark egg to Levitine.
That is sacked. Yep, for sure.
I will find Susanna.
Susan. Yep. That's rough. That's rough.
I will play as Susan, targeting the Drake.
Yep, he gone.
I will swing for 12 at you.
Take 12.
Swing 12 at you.
Take 12. Down to 14.
Pass it over.
Okay, draw.
Uh-oh.
My streak has ended. Well done, Bremont. I will play this flame sprite and concede.
Turns out all you need is to draw flame robes against a red deck.
Yeah, hey, you know, it turns out pretty good card. I mean, I was right to play the, like, addition hate.
Right. Right.
I just didn't see any of it.
I couldn't see my hand, but I was like holding up the 2 red, like not wanting to kill anything. So I was like, oh, if he plays that elf, I need to have the removal for it. But then it never came anyway.
Yeah, it never. The Elvish Bowmans, all 3 of them, never found their way into my hand.
Dang.
Never found their way.
Worried about.
Yeah, for sure. This is good games.
Good game.
Hey, we're going into last set of Lapis Cluster. I couldn't get a sweep on a cluster, but I'll take it. It was a great game nonetheless. So, congrats, Bremont. I wish you well on your reward. And we'll catch you all here for the next episode. Thank you much for being patient as I was sick, so we can get back on this streak of.
Before we're done, can I just quickly mention you didn't get to see it, but I opened 3 Athenas, so that's why we're on this, and yeah, it was really great.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's a good package of stuff to get. So
you can finish your outro now.
Yeah. It's all good. Love playing with you. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, this has been Demo73, and I've been joined, as always, by Brandon Bremont, saying, class dismissed.